You all right?
Yeah. Just a bit disappointed.
Hazel, I told you not to have grog on the premises. Hey, you're drunk, aren't you?
No. I'm all right, really.
Don't lie to me, Hazel.
I was a bit nervous about going to the interview, so I had a few to relax me. That's all.
A few thousand would be more like it. You didn't even go to that interview, did you?
Of course I did.
Now listen, you didn't have any money. Where'd you get the money for the booze? I mean, Hazel, what the hell's going on here?
I wanted that job, Jude. I did. You've been real good to me and I appreciate it.
Well, so what gives then?
I just haven't been able to put a foot right since I got out. I can't hold down a job. There's no point.
You've been told I lagged on you, right?
Right.
I was told the same.
I'm no bloody lagger.
Oh, and I am. Think again. Should have been better than that by now. Anyway, if we were both told that we'd lagged on each other, what do you think that they expected to happen when we got together again? Exactly what happened yesterday.
I don't get it.
If we didn't dob each other in, then someone else must have. And that someone else must also have lit the second fire. She probably put us into the cops to get them off her back.
Well, why haven't they sorted all that out?
I think they have. Partly. And we have been put back together again to do their dirty work for them. We have been set up, Chrissy.
Lizzie, I don't think you should be smoking with all that material lying around.
Stuff's made out of fiberglass, Mrs. Morris. It doesn't burn, it just melts.
Already tried it, Gaffney.
Of course not. I just know.
All the same, I don't think we should take any chances. Keep an eye on Smith and Latham, will you? I'm going to reception. No more trouble, understand?
Oh, don't you worry, Mrs. Morris. Everything's okay now. We just had our wires crossed, that's all. Or someone crossed them for us.
Yeah.
And God help them when I find out who it was.
How are we going to handle it when we do find that bitch?
Well, the way I figure it, we've got two choices. We either give them a taste of their own medicine, or we hand them over to the cops and clear ourselves of a murder rap.
Taste of our own medicine? Hey, you're not thinking of setting fire to her, are you?
It's not really my style, is it?
We've got to find her first, haven't we?
On second thoughts, why don't we do both?
Right.
Pay them back ourselves, and then hand what's left over to the cops.
I like it.
I knew you would.
I am not obliged. Oh, bastard!
Ooh, take it easy, love. Hazel's sleeping it off up there.
Oh, sorry. How is she?
Oh, she's okay, you know. That's because she's asleep. The minute she wakes up, she's going to have a hell of a headache, though. Listen, what's eating you?
That was Jeffrey's solicitor on the phone. He wants to talk to me before the coroner's hearing.
Yeah, well, you've already told everything to the cops. Tell them to speak to them.
Oh, I told him that. He said there were a few details he wanted to go over personally. I bet.
They can't prove a thing, you know.
I know, and that's what I told him. You should have heard him. He's good. So he ought to be. Jeffrey's can afford to have the best. There'll be no expense spared to prove that Alan's death was my fault.
Listen, honey, they can't prove what isn't true.
Oh, really?
Well, just don't talk to them till the hearing.
I'll try.
I got to go over to Woodridge. I'm sorry, but it's really important. You going to be all right?
Yeah, sure.
Well, you know where to get in touch with me if you need me, right? If Hazel wakes up, look out for her. I think she might need some help.
This place is driving me nuts. I thought Wentworth was bad enough.
Yeah, there's no place like home.
You know, I used to dream about being locked away in a men's prison by mistake. Wasn't like this, though.
I'll bet.
Nah. See, the whole place is packed out. And for some strange reason, the screws don't realise that I'm a getter.
That wouldn't be hard to imagine.
How'd you like your face broken, Margot?
How'd you like to try it, smart
Oh,
ass?
she was only joking. We're all a bit uptight. It's this bloody place. Tell you what, how about a little sing-song?
Oh, what?
Why not? It might brighten us up a bit. come on, Margot, you start. You were really good at the concert.
Forget it, I'm not in the mood.
Maybe she's turned pro. Maybe she only sings for the right audience at the right price.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Oh, there I go again, being too subtle.
Smith, come with me, will you? You've got a visitor.
If it's the D's again, you can tell them I'm out.
It's Judy Bryant.
Oh, that's different. Hang on.
Mrs. M, when are we going to get out of this joint?
I don't know, Lizzie, but I hear the renovations are top priority, so it shouldn't be too long.
Oh, well, nice new prison to go home to. At least something good's going to come out of the fire.
Oh, yeah? Just tell that to Mouse and Barbara. Oh, good day, stranger.
How are you, love? How's it going?
Compared to what?
I heard about the charges. When's the hearing?
I don't know.
Well, do you have a solicitor?
Not yet. I've had too many other things to think about. I've been trying to find out who burned the old homestead down.
Well, you and Chrissy are going to need someone to represent you. Listen, I got a lot of contacts at the legal aid, because of the house. I'll give them a ring and see what I can do.
Thanks, love. That'll take at least one thing off my mind. Hey, how's the house going?
Huh. Not bad, considering they tried to close us down.
They? Who's they?
It doesn't matter now. It's all fixed thanks to one of the residents.
Oh, I wish I was there to give you a hand.
So do I. I'm running it on my own now. I could really use some help.
Yeah, well, don't count any help from me. Not for about another lifetime, anyway.
Oh, come on, love. You'll beat this rap. And you'll get your parole, too, I bet.
No. It's not like the old days. Too many things have happened over the past couple of years. It's just getting harder and harder to stay on top.
Speaking of the old days, guess who's turned up at the house? Hazel Kent.
What's she doing there?
I thought she'd got a job and settled down.
Yeah, well, she did, but she blew it. You know, the poor kid, she's lost access to her kids. She's really been hitting the bottle. She laid one on last night.
I know it sounds hard, but she's got to face up to it sooner or later.
Yeah, well, those kids meant everything to her. I suppose the only thing I can do is just keep an eye on her and try and get her off the grog.
Oh, what's the matter, Lizzie? Did you jab yourself?
No, I've got bloody cramp.
What's the matter, Lizzie?
Oh, these rotten mail bags are giving me cramp. My hands are no good for this sort of work, Mrs. M. Couldn't I do kitchen duties or something?
I doubt it, Lizzie. The kitchen's entirely run by men.
Well, I don't care about that, and they're hardly going to bother about me, are they?
Yeah, but maybe they're worried about what you're going to do to them.
Don't be so bloody filthy. Judging by the slops we've been served up, I reckon they could do with a woman's hand in that kitchen.
Well, I'll have to have a word with Mr. Carson and see what he thinks.
Oh, will you, Mrs. M? I mean, if he doesn't want me messing with the men's tucker, maybe he'd let me cook for the Wentworth lot.
Well, come on. See what I can do.
Beauty. Thanks a lot, love. It's a lot better.
Hey, Paddy. Over here.
Yeah, what is it, Pete?
Sit down. I want to ask you a few questions.
What about? The fire. What about it?
But what were you up to when the second fire started in the storeroom, eh?
What do you mean, what was I up to?
What she means is where were you and what were you doing?
Wait a minute, you're not saying I lit it, are you?
No, that's not what we're saying. We just thought you might have seen something to give us a lead.
Well, I didn't. And I'm not going to sit here and take this...
Just a minute. Chrissy and I are being charged with arson and murder. The cops tried to make us believe that we'd lagged on each other, and we have just now found out that we were set up. So I don't give a stuff whose toes I stand on. I'm going to find out who lit that second fire, and when I do, we'll know who lagged on us. Are you taking all this in, big ears? And so you didn't see anyone near the storeroom, either before the fire started or when the alarm went?
No. Anyway, there was so much smoke and confusion, I doubt that anyone would have taken any notice.
Oh, well, thanks anyway. Listen, keep your eyes and ears open just in case you see something or hear something that'll give us a lead.
All right. Sorry I can't be any help.
Oh, but you have been. You just narrowed the field down by one. Hey, listen, how are you coping?
Oh, all right.
Tough luck ending up inside again, eh?
Yeah. Well, at least I knew what I was doing this time.
Any news of Andy?
Not yet. But Carlson let it slip that he'd let me know how he's doing on the prison farm.
Oh, good one. Thanks for your help, love.
Okay.
That didn't do us much good, did it? Who's next?
Let's start with the unlikely ones. It might just make the culprit sweat. And they could unwittingly give us a clue.
Okay. Shirley, over here.
This is Birdsworth. Officer Carson's okayed it for her to help out with the women's meals.
G'day, love. Charlie's the name. Charlie Roberts.
G'day, I'm Elizabeth Birdsworth.
Welcome aboard. It'd be nice to have a pretty face around the place for a change.
Oh, get away with it. I'm here to cook, so don't take advantage of me just because I'm a woman, and no hanky-panky, get it?
I'll try to control myself.
See that you do.
Well, now that you've established the rules, I'll leave you to get on with it.
Look, come on, beautiful. Show you where everything is.
At your age, I'm surprised that you can remember.
Hello, can I help you?
Yes. Just a cup of coffee, please.
Oh, sure. You want black or white?
Black, thanks. How's business?
Well, could be better, I guess. You know, we've just opened here. Takes a while to get known.
Yeah, well, I think you'll get there.
Yeah?
Sarah?
Sarah?
Sarah Hamilton. I heard she was staying here.
Who told you that?
A mutual friend, David Evans.
Oh, well, I never heard of him.
Oh, well, you probably wouldn't. He was a friend of Sarah's way back. Is she in?
No.
Anyone around who might know where she is?
Look, we run a private boarding house here. We try and mind our own business. Now, that's 50 cents for the cup of coffee, please.
Keep the change.
$20 for a cup of coffee.
And a bit of information?
What sort of information?
Sarah Hamilton, is she still hitting the drugs? And, I mean, what sort of work is she doing now? You know, just a bit of background.
Now drink your coffee and piss off.
Oh, lay off it, Charlie. You sound like a castrated Crusoe.
That is charming. I happen to be practicing for the Woodbridge Light Opera Company's forthcoming production of The Barber of Seville.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I hope I'm back in Wentworth before that comes off. It's one thing doing time, but I'm buggered if I'm going to be tortured.
Oh, I need a rest from those books. Anything I can do to help?
Oh, thanks, love. Would you start unpacking those boxes for me? I'm going to try and work out this jigsaw puzzle.
How did that happen?
You had a visitor.
Visitor? Who?
Yes, some bloke. He came in here and he said that he knew you, and then he tried to bribe me with information.
You didn't tell him anything?
You ever tried to get blood out of a stone?
I knew this was going to happen. Be Jeffries?
Oh, I wouldn't blame Jeffries. More likely, it's the solicitor's henchman.
What's the difference? How am I going to fight somebody like that?
Listen, don't worry about it. As long as you're here, you're okay. I mean, to get to you, they're going to have to get past me. And that ain't easy.
Thanks, dude. You can't be here all the time.
just going to duck up the twink before we have to serve lunch, love. Keep an eye on the casserole, will you? It's nearly done.
Don't forget to wash your hands.
Charlie. Okay, thanks, love. Look, if you hear anything that might be of some help, let us know. We'll look after you.
We're getting nowhere bleeding fast with this, aren't we?
Don't worry. At least we can cross her off our list as a possible suspect.
Hey, what are you two up to? I mean, wild secrecy.
Don't worry, you'll find out sooner or later. In the meantime, why don't you rack off and stop poking your nose in where it isn't wanted?
Well, I just thought I could be of some help, that's all.
It wouldn't surprise me if you could.
All right, grubs up.
Question Daphne next. You've got to admit she's the most likely.
And what do you think she's going to say?
Who cares what she says? We just thump the truth.
With the screw standing by looking on. Use your loaf. No, the best way is to find out approximately where everyone was when the fire started and if they have any witnesses. That'll narrow the field down.
All right, now quit shoving. There's plenty for everybody. Hey, Maxie, I've got a little job for you.
Yeah?
I've decided to run a raffle, and I want you to split it in among the women and get them all interested.
A raffle? What for?
Why do you think I need the money?
No, what's the prize gonna be?
Well, I haven't quite decided yet, but there are a few things in the kitchen I can lay my hands on that'll make a beaut prize.
Yeah, well, how much you gonna charge?
And that's what I want you to find out. See what the market can stand. You think 50 cents would be all right?
50 cents? Better be a pretty good prize.
It will be. Now, you get going and I'll be in touch. Righto now. Who else for a nose bag?
Hi, can I help you?
Oh, no, thanks. I'm just looking.
They're just a new line. They're nice, aren't they?
Not bad.
Are you looking for something for a special occasion or just ordinary day wear?
Oh, just an ordinary style.
Any particular colour?
No.
Well, how about this one?
How much?
It's $56. It's just a synthetic, but you can hardly tell these days, can you?
Well, do you reckon it'll fit me?
Yes, it's on an elasticized base. If you'd just like to come through, we can try it on.
No, it doesn't matter. As long as it fits, it'll be all right.
Well, it'll only take a minute.
No, it'll be okay. $56, you said?
Yes.
Well, just shove it in a bag, will you?
Right. Won't be a minute.
Lunch is ready. What are you doing?
What does it look like?
Well, it looks as though you're packing. And if you are, you're out of your mind.
Judy, you don't understand. I've had it. I'm not going to get out of this jam I'm in. Jeffries is determined to get me, and he's too rich and powerful for me to fight.
Oh, rubbish. If he was that sure of himself, do you think he'd have his lackeys snooping around all over the place?
That's just the tip of the iceberg.
Maybe, but if you panic and run, you're playing right into his hands.
He'll have to catch me first.
Uh-huh. And how long do you think that's going to take? Listen to me, Sarah. You're forgetting one thing. I went surety for you over this. That means that I'm responsible to see that you turn up at the hearing. Now, legally, I could arrest you the minute you walk outside the door. And don't you think for a second that I wouldn't do just that.
You wouldn't?
Try me. Whatever happens, you are going to court, and you're going to stand up and face this thing.
You nearly finished, Lizzie?
Oh, just a few more minutes, Mrs. M.
How are things working out in the kitchen?
Oh, real beaut. Better than sewing those rotten mail bags.
Getting on all right with Charlie?
Oh, of course, we're all mates now, but he's a cheeky little bugger, isn't he? Hey, how you getting on?
Oh, they're not too keen, Lizzie. They want to know what the prize is before they cough up their dough.
Oh, what do you think I am, a crook?
Listen, Birdbrain, how do you expect to run a bloody raffle if we don't know what the prize is?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but it's a chook.
A chook?
Yeah. I found one stuck away at the bottom of the freezer, so I took it, and that's the prize. Now, how's that grab you, Marg? A nice, fat roast chicken.
Roast chicken. It's a bit better. Okay, put me down for 2 tickets.
Oh, here you are. You write down the names and get the money for me. Here. Well, I better get on with the job. Now, I'll see you all after.
Right. 2 tickets. That'll be $1.
Oh, it's not that bad.
I want to go and see Jeffries.
Well, that's not a good idea.
Well, his son's dead. He was bound to be irrational at first, but if I go and explain everything to him now, he might listen.
No, it's a bit late for that, love.
I've got to try. Anything's better than having him spy on me.
Look, I tried to talk to him, didn't I? And he was absolutely impossible.
Yeah, I know, but if I go and confront him by
There's
myself...
someone at the door. Hang on. Oh, sorry to keep you waiting.
Well, that's all right. My name's Jean Carter.
Oh, of course, the Salvation Army rang me about you. I'm Judy Bryant. I run the place. How are you?
Yeah, I know. They told me.
You're going to be staying with us for a while, huh?
Oh, well, if it's possible, I've nowhere else to go. You see, my husband walked out on me and
Hey, come on now, love. It's all right. You're going to have fun here. It's not the Ritz, but we're really comfortable.
I'm sorry.
Look, everyone that comes here has problems. That's why they're here. We're not going to pry or try and find out any of your business, but if you need us, we'll be there, huh?
Thanks.
And look, we're having lunch. Why don't you come and join us? A good chance to meet the girls, huh?
Right.
Come on.
I'll take this. Oh, my handbag.
Hey, girls. Like you to meet our new guest, Jean Carter.
Hello. Hi, Jean.
Hello.
Oh, hey, you're not rostered on today. You don't have to work. Why don't you sit down and have another cuppa?
Oh, no, I don't think I will. I might go up and unpack my things again.
Well, that's a good idea.
I still haven't changed my mind about fronting up to Jeffries. Would you be able to come with me? Okay?
Well, if I can't get you to change your mind, I suppose I'll have to then, won't I?
I'll go and check on Hazel.
Oh, I haven't met her yet.
Well, you will. You're going to be sharing with her.
Well, can I have a room by myself?
I'm sorry, love. We just don't have the room. But you'll get on okay with her. I've known her for years. She's great.
All right. Well, why is she here?
I'll let her tell you that if she wants to. Let's just say she has husband problems.
I know how she feels. My husband disappeared when we were in the middle of moving. I didn't have any money. And then I found out he hadn't found us another flat at all.
Yeah, where is he now?
Probably in Queensland. I was just about ready to chuck myself in the river when the salvos stepped in.
Thank God for the salvos, eh? Hello. Look who's risen from the dead.
Judy, I'm really sorry. Won't happen again.
Better not, eh? Or your new roommate might chuck you out.
Roommate?
Jean Carter, Hazel Kent. You'll be sharing.
G'day.
Hello.
So how you feeling?
Much better. Bit of a hangover. It's not a regular thing, but...
Better not be.
Any coffee left?
Help yourself. Oh, I'll, let you two get acquainted, huh? Jean, will you do me a favour? Will you fill this in? It's just the usual resident form, okay?
Okay.
I've got to go out with Sarah, so you keep an eye on the place for me?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. Catch up with you later.
Well, what's a nice girl like you doing in a place like this?
What was that, Robert? Oh, that's wonderful, darling. Listen, it's a very bad line. I can hardly hear you. Yeah, would you put Dad back on? Yeah. Oh, well, all right. How long? Yeah, no, I can't talk about that now. I'll see you when you get back, all right? Okay, look after yourselves. Bye. Oh, sorry about that. It was a shocking line. Calling from some weird, wonderful place called Benambra up in the mountains or somewhere.
They're camping out, are they?
Apparently, they're going to stay on for a few extra days.
Why didn't you go with them?
I loathe camping.
What do you like?
Oh, well, good wine, dinner, conversation, anything except wearing the greys, really.
Does it happen very often?
Well, not so much these days. Oh, Pat likes his telly and a few beers.
It's a pity.
Well, better see to my lot.
Well, good afternoon. May I help you?
We'd like to see Mr. Jeffries, please.
You have an appointment, do you?
No, we haven't.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm afraid Mr. Jeffries is tied up for the rest of the afternoon. I may be able to fit you
Look,
in.
I'm sorry, but we have to see him today.
Yes, well, I'm terribly sorry, but it's just impossible.
We'll only be a couple of minutes.
That may be, but the point is, Mr. Jeffries isn't actually in right now.
Oh, well, that's okay. We'll wait.
I really don't see the point.
You don't have to.
We'll wait till he comes back. Don't worry about us.
Ah, well, back so soon, eh?
I'm sorry, Mr. Jeffries, but
We have nothing to discuss. Everything is in the hands of my solicitor.
I didn't come here to talk to your solicitor. I came to talk to you. You owe me that much.
I owe you nothing. You owe me my son's life, and you'll start paying for that in court tomorrow morning.
And who pays for your wife's death?
Don't you think this would be a bit more private in your office, Mr. Jeffries?
How dare you barge into my office like this? How dare you make a scene in front of my secretary?
You weren't doing too badly yourself.
Now, look, why don't we just discuss this rationally and calm down? I mean,
If you don't mind, this has nothing to do with you.
Now, just a minute.
Apart from the fact that my son was lured into your establishment and fed on drugs that killed him.
Mr. Jeffries, Driscoll House wasn't responsible for Alan's death. You were.
What?
Mr. Jeffries, I loved Alan very much. I know we were wrong for each other because we dragged each other down. But Alan was only weak because you'd never give him a chance to prove he was capable of anything. Nothing he did was ever good enough for you. He couldn't possibly compete. And neither could your wife.
You'll leave my wife out of this.
Alan talked to me about his mother. He knew why she died. She couldn't live up to your expectations either, and that's why she killed herself.
She did not kill herself. It was an accident.
No, Mr. Jeffries, it was not.
You get out. You hear me? Get out!
Yeah, well, if she turns up, I'll get her to call you. No, that's all I can do. 16, no father, and she walks out because her mother won't let her go on the pill. Charming life.
Would you mind looking over this form for me? I just want to make sure that I got it right.
Not knowing much about you, I wouldn't know anyway. No kids?
No. Eddie was the only kid I had.
Lucky. Husbands are easier to forget than kids.
You got any kids?
Yeah. Lost custody of them while I was inside. Haven't got access to them anymore either.
Rotten bastards. Well, can't you even talk to your husband? Come to some private arrangement?
I don't even know where they've moved to.
Have you got a job?
You gotta be kidding. I'm an ex-crim, remember?
What you need is a friend. I'll help you start again. We'll go out tomorrow and look for a job. And maybe pick up a couple of fellas. Well, what do you say?
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Miss Doyle, I won't be back this afternoon.
But, Mr. Jeffries, you still have several appointments this afternoon.
We'll cancel them.
But what about Mr. King? He's only in town for today.
Miss Doyle, I will not be back this afternoon. Understand?
Yes, Mr. Jeffries.
Things seem pretty quiet. Go and have afternoon tea, then report to reception.
Hey, come on, girls, keep it down. Let's not spoil the chance. You were saying, Lil?
I told you I don't know much at all.
Let us be the judge of that. Just tell us what happened on the day.
All right, but somebody might hear.
Margot, Tina, keep nip, will you?
Get someone else to do it.
Don't push your luck. That better?
Yeah, that's right. All I know is that she didn't like the way you'd planned things.
What else?
Oh, she said the only way the plan would have worked was her way. Then she pissed off.
Thanks, Lil. You've been a great help.
Okay, girls, time for the big raffle draw. Now, don't be too pushy. Hey, Maxie, got all the paper ripped up with the names on it? And got collected all the money?
Yes, Lizzie, now just get on with it.
Righto, now all we need's a barrel girl. Come on, Pad, you'll do, love.
And the winner is, all the way from Woodridge Prison by way of Wentworth Detention Centre, Miss Chrissy Latham.
Oh, Chrissy! Here comes the big prize by airmail.
What the bleed nail's this?
What's it look like? It's a chalk.
Yeah, but it's frozen solid.
So what? It'll thaw out.
But it is uncooked.
Well, cook it.
How, you bloody silly old cow?
I want me money back.
No way. I told you I was going to raffle a chook, and a chook's what you got.
What's the good of a frozen one, eh?
Oh, unless, of course, you're expecting another fire.
Keep your hair on. I'll cook it for you as soon as I can.
Oh, fat chance of that. With all them blokes and screws hanging about.
Look, Chrissy, if we can't get it cooked for you, we'll pinch you something else to replace it, okay?
Oh, yeah? Like what?
There are lots of lovely things in the kitchen, and I'll pinch you something really nice, I promise.
You see you do that, Lizzie. And real soon.
Thanks for standing by me, love.
Oh, that's all right, Lizzie. But why did you want to run a raffle in the first place?
I told you I needed the money. To buy some booze.
What?
Shh.
Where from?
One of the fellows in the kitchen's got his own supply. Beauty.
See that? Yeah. Looks like someone's getting anxious.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
What is it, Marco?
I just seen you having a private little chat with Smith and Latham.
Wasn't private, we were just talking.
About what?
You know, about what happened on the day of the fire.
And you told him you didn't know nothing, right?
Well, I don't, do I?
That's right. And you better keep it that way. Otherwise, you and me might be having a private little chat.
I'm sending an officer down to pick up 110 Rankin for the showers. Everything okay?
Give them time. They'll start something.
Right, thanks. What can I do for you, sir?
My name's Forbes. I'm here to see Miss Jacobs, Valerie Jacobs.
Is it a legal visit?
Pardon? Oh, no, just a friend.
Well, I suppose that's all right. She hasn't had any visitors.
You'll just sign in, sir. I'll get an officer to take you down to the visitors area. Can you supervise the visit?
Actually, I'm a bit busy, if you don't mind.
Right, I'll do it myself. If you'll just follow him, sir, I'll get Jacobs for you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jeff. Might have been a bit awkward.
It's okay. It's one you owe me. No personal contact.
I'm sorry. Oh, Tom, it's so good to see you. Sit down. Tell me what you've been doing. How's the shop? Oh, God, I've missed you.
Shop's doing all right. Things dropped off for a while after you came in here.
I've only been in here a minute. Things will pick up again when I'm out.
Couldn't wait that long. Had to make other arrangements.
But, Tom, I only got 7 days.
Had to find a new supplier.
I see. Under the same terms I was on, I suppose. Anyone I know?
Doesn't matter.
No, I don't suppose it does. Any price as long as the job gets done. I'm surprised you bothered to come all this way to tell me. It would have been easier to write.
No. I wanted to explain to you personally. I wouldn't want word of our breakup to be passed on to the wrong quarters. It could be dangerous. Even in here.
Thank you for coming, Tom. Seeing you was just what I needed to make my life more bearable. I'm ready to go back now.
Okay, Margot. It's your turn.
What for? You'll find out, sunshine.
You're sweating, Margot.
I'm hot. Hot as you were in the fire. What are you talking about?
The police have accused Chrissy and me of burning Wentworth and killing Mouse and Barbara.
Oh, yeah? How'd they find that out?
Someone lagged.
How do you know they lagged? I mean, they have the forensic guys in there. They know when a fire's been deliberately lit.
Yeah, but which fire, Margaret?
The one you lit in the library, of course. I told you you'd bugger it up.
It wasn't the one in the library that caused the damage. It was the one started in the storeroom with a Molotov cocktail.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You do.
Screws! Oh, get off my foot!
Shut up. You'll need special shoes for the rest of your life. Now, you were saying...
Kid, it must have been terrible.
That was my own fault, I suppose. Judy warned me it wouldn't do any good.
Well, at least facing him like that gave you a chance to get a few things off your chest.
For all the good it did me. Now he's going to make sure I get nailed to the wall at the coroner's hearing.
Well, how are you settling in, Jean?
Oh, fine. The room's nice and the company's better.
Yeah, I told you, huh? Look, there's a couple of things we have to talk about.
Yes?
Well, I think it's time you knew about our financial situation. We get some assistance from the prisoner aid, but the rest of the time we all have to pitch in.
Oh, I see.
So, how are you fixed financially at the moment?
Well, not too good, I'm afraid. When Eddie ran out on me, he took the lot. I only had a few dollars in my purse, and that went in the first few days. I'm broke.
Yeah, well, it's not an immediate problem, but we'll sort something out. Why don't I help you to get the dole or a deserted wife's
No, I
pension?
don't want any of that. I don't want charity.
It's not exactly charity.
No, I can work for my money. As a matter of fact, that's what I was just doing, going through the help wanted ads.
See anything?
No, but something will turn up.
Look, there's one other thing, too. On that form you filled in, you didn't write down who was next of kin.
That's because I don't have any.
Well, I mean, isn't there someone we could contact, just in case of an emergency?
No one. When Eddie left, I'm on my own.
So where exactly were you when the fire started?
I didn't know!
No, you weren't. Because Lorna was in there and so was Shelley, and they didn't see you.
They're lying!
I don't think so. You were also heard to say the only way this plan's gonna work was your way.
I'll get you for that, you bitch! Hang on, B, you've only got suspicions, no definite proof.
Enough to go on, Margot. So give me the rest. Aren't you, Margot? Now, come on, wag up. What's your side of the story?
I'm all right!
Alice, you knew that.
Oh, that piddling little fire in the library wasn't going to be enough. It had to be something big.
And what about Mouse and Barbara, you bloody bitch?
God, lucky. It could have been any of us.
You dob us into the cops to save your own rotten neck.
I didn't tell them anything.
Well, who did then?
I didn't know they worked it out for themselves.
What a likely bloody story. Well, we're not going to do an extra stretch to protect you. You are going to the screws to admit you lit that fire, or I'm going to bash your bloody brains in. You do what you like.
You do what you like. I'm not admitting nothing. Leg. But if you dob me in, you will be, and you just see how the other women take that.
Is it really as bad as that?
Worse. You wouldn't believe some of the stories I could tell you about what goes on in that place.
Like what?
Bashings, killings, drugs, you name it. And some of the screws are worse than the prisoners.
I suppose you'd have to be a certain type of a person to take on a job like that.
Most of them aren't that bad, but when you get a rotten one, they certainly make up for all the rest. I think the worst part of it all, though, was being treated like a thing, not a person. Once you've been in there for a while, you'll never be the same again. You either buckle down to the system or you go under. Oh, let's drop it. Give myself nightmares again. God, I wish I had a drink.
What a coincidence. It just so happens.
I thought you'd signed off.
Just about to. Almost finished my last round. How about you?
Yes, I have done my bit for the day. I was going to stop off somewhere and have a few drinks and a bite to eat. Do you want to join me?
Oh, no, I don't think so, thanks. Got a lot of catching up to do at home.
Thought you might be able to lose them with the family being away.
Yeah, I am, but I can't tonight.
All right, what about lunch tomorrow? Remember, you owe me one.
Right, that'll be nice.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
Oh, shit. Hey, what's wrong, Val?
Nothing.
Yeah, so I see. Something went wrong with your visit today, didn't it?
How'd you work that out?
Oh, well, I'm not blind. I could tell as soon as you came back.
Well, it's my boyfriend. Well, my ex-boyfriend now. Seems he's got no use for me anymore.
Same old story.
The maddening thing is, it's because of him that I'm in here in the first place.
Yeah? Why?
Oh, I used to work in a department store, knock things off for Tom to sell in his shop. God, when I think about it, he must have made thousands out of me through the years. Not to mention the home comforts.
Typical. And I suppose that's how you got nicked.
Eventually. Oh, they only caught me with a bit of stuff, but it was enough to put me in here for a while. Can't see anyone taking me on with a record. Tom was smart enough to work that out, too. Bastard even threatened me if I said anything.
What a maggot after all you've done for him.
Do I have to stand here waiting for you two all night? Come on, it's time for lockup.
Just going, Mrs. Pell.
How long were you standing there?
Too long. Get your things and get back to your cell.
What did you overhear?
Get out.
Oh, where's the fire?
Oh, bloody old pie-face is on the warpath.
So what's new?
Yeah, but she snuck up on me and Val in the shower block. Scared the shit out of me.
What are we gonna do? I'll be buggered if I'm gonna do another 20 years because of her.
You can do what you like. I'm going to bed. But what I said still stands. I'm not admitting nothing.
Well, sleep tight, Margot. You better pray you wake up in the morning.
Anything happens to me, they'll know where to bloody look, won't they?
Trouble is, the bitch is right. If she does wake up dead in the morning, they're gonna lock us up and throw away the key.
You mean we're right back where we started?
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Good night, girls.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing